Xbox on.
Game on, baby! Wow!
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. I'm your host, Ross Miller, and I'm joined by everyone's favourite uncle. It's Clay Parker.
Hey, how's everybody?
Not bad. Thanks for asking. And the deliciousness of cheese himself, it's Rhys.
That's Jesus Christ to you.
Jesus Christ.
Your grated Lord.
It's almost your birthday.
Yeah. So, yeah, speaking on that, Merry Christmas to all of the Party Chat and Reddit users. This is our last episode of the year, because next week it's going to be a best of, and we'll get into that later. But we usually start this podcast with what we've been playing, and I'm going to start with you, Rhys.
Me? Ooh, it's been a while since I got to go first. This week, I managed to finish off the Gears campaign in split screen with my girlfriend. Finally managed to get to the end. The ending was unexpected and surprisingly, well, it was probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life, but it was ridiculous in totally awesome kind of way. So it had a nice ending. What did you guys think? Have you finished the campaign, Clay?
Nope, I have not.
Okay, Ross?
I've got to jump back in that.
Several times.
Yeah. It's pretty good though, right? I know that the final boss was crap. But,
yeah, the final boss was terrible, to be honest with you.
But how he dies is just amazing. I won't spoil it for anyone, but it's going to be one of the most badass ways to kill a final boss, like in gaming history.
Nice.
It almost felt like, how do you kill this thing? I know what to do.
Like, what would be the most stupid yet awesome way we could destroy this boss? Seriously, if anyone hasn't finished the game, well, I'm avoiding spoilers as best I can, but it's funny. Even if you never intend to play Gears, just go and watch a video of the final boss fight, because it is like it's you have to see it to believe it. Basically, the only other game that has made me laugh at what is happening to such a degree, in fact even more so than that, is the final boss fight in The Evil Within.
Oh, that's ridiculous as well.
I love
that game.
I was in stitches laughing at the ending. It was, you know what? Clay, have you played it?
What's that, Evil Within?
Yeah.
No, I'm never going to play that.
You're never going to play that? Okay. This is an older game, so I'm going to talk about what happens in the ending. If you don't want to listen, skip ahead for a few minutes, okay? Because I need to say this out loud. Clay, you ready?
I'm ready.
You fight the final boss inside or on top of a giant brain, inside a whirling blood tornado, on the back of a Humvee, shooting him with a 50 cal as you spin and tumble around inside the blood volcano atop a giant brain. That is what happens, and the game plays it completely straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, it's deadpan. Like, it's the most serious thing that has ever happened to any of these people, and you are like tumbling around in this tornado, around and round and round with all the debris and everything, in the back of a Humvee with a 50 cal, just laying into the enemy boss. It's just, I just wanted to stand up and cheer while it was going on. Like, yeah!
I know what I'll be YouTubing after this.
Yeah, absolutely. I recommend anybody else should YouTube. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, so I played that, and I also played finally for the first time Dead Rising 4. It's been on my to playlist. I finally got some time for that. Didn't get very far, only like for an hour or two, but it's Frank West. there's zombies, everything appears to be in order. I had a good time. And just before I came on the pod, I was actually playing a Nintendo game. I was playing some Kirby.
Oh, Kirby.
Right, so moving on.
Hey, man,
Clay?
Kirby is... you clearly don't play Smash Bros, man. Don't mess with Kirby.
Is this Dalai Lama effect that you keep on talking about as well with Kirby? Right. Clay, what have you been playing this week?
Yeah, I was able to luckily pick up Forza Horizon 3 last week for...
Oh, about time.
I know. The low price of, I think it was like $23. So
Where'd you get that?
It was on sale, and here in the States, if there's a store, Best Buy, if you have this membership club thing, you get an extra discount on it. So it came out to $23, and it was digital. It was digital code as well, which I found in the store, which was amazing. So I've been playing that and really loving it. I'm not really a big car racing type gamer, but really loving this. Is a lot of fun. And actually, I've been meaning, speaking of car racing and not being a big car racing fan, I've been meaning to pick back up Burnout, since that's now on Games with Gold. Or I actually picked it up. I haven't just played it yet.
Yeah. Have you come up against Ross or my Drivatars yet?
No. You know what's funny enough? I've got a ton of people on my my list there, my friends list, I guess you'd say. And none of them are the top people that I play with regularly. So, yeah,
you won't get to Rhys and I until you hit the harder levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, there was this one challenge. I think it was either Ross or it was Mikey who designed it, because you can custom design your own challenges. But me,
cool.
Ross, and Mikey were continuously swapping between the three of us for like almost 2 weeks. I think kept coming back to this one challenge. Like I'd get the highest time, and then Ross would pass my time, and then Mikey would pass Ross's time, and then I'd pass Mikey's time, and it was like it just kept me coming back trying to get the highest number. I have no idea who's in the lead right now, but I should go and find out.
I've got a confession to make.
What?
That was Sharon, not me. That was my wife.
Oh wow! I got my ass kicked by your wife. Well, the worst things have happened.
But yeah, like I would come in and I'm like, I don't remember beating that time. It's like, no, that was Sharon.
And it was really hard too. It's like pitch black in pouring rain with like a ridiculously overpowered drifting car having to like navigate through the forest or some crap.
So myself, I have actually been playing Forza Horizon as well, the co-op mode. So my friend Zoe wanted to play, so the other night we just spent the night driving about.
Nice.
Brilliant fun. It's good. It's a lot better. It's a lot more fun when you're playing it with someone.
Yeah.
Try that. I've got
for the last one, Forza Horizon 2, we had a couple of more than a couple of game nights that I organized, and we had like. At some points, we had like 30 people from the subreddit all playing at once, and I think the maximum amount of people in the lobby was 12. I could be wrong, but when there's like 12 of you all in the one race and running around in the open world, and it's really good fun. I mean, even Clay, you said you're not really into racing games, but there wasn't much racing going on like those nights. Like it was just mostly like what I would describe as open world mischief.
Yes.
Driving about, looking at each other's paint jobs.
That too.
No.
There was some interesting paint jobs, actually. I have to say, I used the word interesting with finger quotes that no one could see, but yeah.
Real quick as well on the Forza cosmetic design suite. Back on the 360, I designed a kick-ass Magneto from the comic books for one of my cars. I'll have to dig up a screenshot of that, and maybe put it on the Twitter feed or something like that. Very proud of that. And
actually,
import that over.
They carry across between games. There's a good chance you might be able to actually import that.
Real?
Yeah.
No, it was like Forza 2 or
maybe not that far back.
Horizon.
Yeah.
Like when I loaded up the newest Horizon, I had all my liveries that I have designed all the way back to I think Forza 5.
That's quite good though. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
It also started Outlast.
Oh, nice.
Nice. How are
Stopped
you liking
it
that?
about an hour later and just went, nah, I'm never playing this again.
What? So was it garbage or was it too scary or what?
Well, I was quite drunk.
Oh dear.
That's not surprising.
It's not surprising, though. So I'd been out at my Christmas lunch and then joined some guys for a couple of beers and then was home and having a drink with my wife and just decided to start playing this game. No, it's not a game you play when you're already anxious.
It's kind of like, it's one of those games, a bit like Dead Space. It's almost physically, or it's definitely mentally exhausting. Like, it's so intense and full on, you only play it for an hour or so before you have to sort of take a break. Alien Isolation was the same too.
Yeah, I was the same for that. You would get... You need to play that. It'll take you about 3 years, but, 10-minute sittings...
Yeah.
It's a long-ass game, but
I think it's like 18 hours to play through the campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, something ridiculous like that. You think it's ended, and then it's got another 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, real quick as well, you guys, I was just thinking about finally started playing the Battlefield campaign.
Oh.
This past, and I'm like blown away at how good that is. I'm thoroughly enjoying that, and I'm about to I stopped playing Forza and basically blew through 2 whole story missions on
Is it true you get to play as a pigeon?
You do.
Excellent.
You get to do that in the EA Access trial.
Well, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Right, well, anyway, would you say that's your game of the year, Clay?
Oof, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. I have to think.
Yeah, so we are going to get into the game of the year discussion because all the votes have been in, they've been counted, and they've already been released to the subreddit, but we're going to give our thoughts on what our games of the year are, as well as what your choices were, a little bit later in the show. But let's find out what's been happening in the subreddit this week.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. This week in the subreddit.
So, first story coming up is that the winter sale is live. Now, we are recording this on Wednesday night, and it literally just went up. Like minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, guys, are you planning to pick anything up? It's Christmas. Is anyone else as broke as me?
I am so broke. User Ian Saria posted the thread, and he has made an excellent and very, very, very well formatted list.
It's really, really good.
With like cells and everything, with the price for gold members and non-gold members for everything that's on discount. And this is not just a bunch of indie games. Not that indie games are bad, of course, but I mean they're a lot cheaper, typically speaking. We've got Battlefield 1 for half price. We've got Dishonored for 33% off. Mankind Divided for 50% off. FIFA is 50% off. No, sorry, that's not FIFA. That's F1. It's a really good sale. There's a lot of good stuff here. Just flicking down through it, like Everspace is on discount and it's not even out yet. It's still in game preview. I might grab that. You can get Recore for $20. Anyone who doesn't own Recore, go and buy it right now. They're releasing the new
Life
update.
Is Strange as well. $5 for the whole thing.
$5 for the whole thing.
Like, that's just incredible.
That's
that way,
wow.
Like...
I mean, wow. Yeah. No, everyone should buy that. Is Rare Replay on discount again? Because in the last sale they put Rare Replay on discount for a ridiculous sum, and someone on Twitter, I think it might have been Emma, actually posted that it works out to be like three pence for a game or something like that.
I didn't see this. I might be picking up a few things here.
It's funny, we're all perusing the list like, oh, wow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get Grow Up. That's $5. There's no way I'm not buying Grow Up for $5. Have you guys played that or heard of that?
I've heard of it. I haven't played it. I didn't know it was that price, so that's probably... This is generally where I pick up the indie games, because one of the ones which is there is Never Alone.
Great game.
I played in co-op with my wife, and it's only a few dollars, and it's games like that I'll go, it's only a few pounds, I'll pick them up, that I actually generally enjoy more. So these are this is the time that I won't go AAA, and I will go and get the smaller games that I maybe wouldn't have paid $20 for, but I'm quite happy to pay, a few quid for, essentially, and just stack up on them.
Speaking of indie games on sale, if anyone wants an interesting and awesome story, download Oxenfree. It's $10. You won't regret it.
Firewatch is good as well.
Firewatch. Is Firewatch
I think I'm
on
pick
discount?
Up this Firewatch.
Just ignore the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, that too.
But anyway, like from there, so I think we're all pretty much going to go indies. Is anything else catch your eye on the sale?
Final Fantasy is $49.99, which is quarter off. That's not bad for a game that came out last month or this month.
Yeah,
like 2 weeks ago.
I know, it's already discounted.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Titanfall 2 is on there, half price. That's not bad. $30.
I should get that.
It's
really
worth it for the
should.
campaign.
Campaign alone is worth it. And then they also released the I can't remember what the name of the map is from the first game, the multiplayer map. That's the only map that I've been playing, the map mode.
Probably Angel City.
Yeah, that was it.
That was everyone's favorite map.
Yeah, played that over and over and over and over again the other week.
I don't know why I know that.
The Flame and the Flood's in there as well. The Escapists, another great game, Supermax Edition, but it was free, wasn't it? The Witness, $25, but another brilliant game.
Oh, so good.
Much.
Argo's listening to this and just like nodding his head like, that's it, boys, keep talking. Merry Christmas, Agostino, by the way.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. But my entire and my only pick from here is if anyone was to pick a game and you haven't got it yet, pick up the first series of Hitman, because that is so much fun. So much fun.
I got a lot of flack for not including Hitman in every single category for the game of the year. Like, sorry guys, Hitman is not going to win Best Platformer. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how many times you put it in the other category. It's not the best driving game of the year, okay, either.
I don't know why not. But anyway, let's find out what's happening in the subreddit as well. So, Rhys, do you want to take the next story?
Yeah, why not? Well, it is the season, and we're talking about discounts and all this sort of cool stuff. User Jordy Banks posted that. Was it him? I'm not sure if it was him. Let me just pull up the thread.
It wasn't him. It was another Redditor.
And another Redditor won the Secret Santa lottery, according to them, because they had Bill Gates as their Secret Santa.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's pull up this picture here, because he's got pictures of all the stuff that he got from Big Bill. And,
Big Bill? Is that what he's known as?
Yeah,
Big Bill?
exactly. There's pictures of him and like a signed little thing. Bill Gates is a pretty well-known Redditor, and he's done a few AMAs. If anyone is ever curious, you should not Google, but search Reddit for his stuff. He's got lots of interesting stuff to say. He got, what did they get? He sent lots of Zelda stuff, T-shirts, Zelda socks, 3 controllers, the Dawn Shadow, Copper Shadow, and Dusk Shadow versions, the Minecraft Xbox One S, socks, books, a toy sword, signed pictures, the NES Classic, video Xbox One games. Like, he got everything. Basically, Bill Gates just gave him everything. That's pretty cool.
Lucky man.
Do you guys
been given a cat and a dog as well? Because the picture seems to show a cat and a dog.
I see that quite a lot.
As well.
But he is a Redditor, so he's got obligations. But did you guys Secret Santa for Reddit?
No, I didn't even know about this until I saw this post.
You never knew about Reddit Secret Santa?
I've never known about this. No.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, basically what the Reddit Secret Santa is basically you're going to send someone a gift. And you get matched randomly with a person, and you send them a random gift, and someone else will send you one. And yeah, it could be anybody. A lot of famous people participate.
Do you give them like, hey, here's some of the things that I'm interested in: video games, Zelda?
Yeah, you list what things that you're interested in.
Oh, okay. I figured as much. wouldn't want to hold a whole bunch of sports memorabilia. Really, I've got no use for this. I don't know.
Clay opens it up and it's just all makeup.
Well, that's like jackpot for Clay.
It's a jackpot. I don't have to buy my wife anything this year.
Yeah. Well, I was actually saying it was more for him, but
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys do know that in my basement is not only where I do all of my work, it's also where I have this well that's dug out of the ground, and I have a bucket that leads down there, and occasionally I throw my wife down there and I say, it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. And
just only occasionally?
only occasionally. We call it Buffalo Bill, but, it's just a little thing.
Good Lord.
I really want to be Clay's wife now.
Yeah. What are you guys hoping to get for Christmas? Are you gift giving families?
I know what I'm getting for my Christmas.
That's lame. What are you getting?
Yeah.
An Elite controller.
Well, that's great. I take that back.
Well, that is
I
awesome.
just can't believe I don't have one already, to be fair. But
It's a bit expensive.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
It's expensive. Yeah. But I know I'm getting that, so because I asked
excellent.
for it. What about yous?
For me,
Go for
nothing.
it, Rhys. Nothing.
As in, I don't know anything.
That is the true holiday spirit, I guess you'd say.
I'm going in blind.
Going in blind. That's the way to go.
I'm going to send Clay's wife a ladder so she can get out of the well.
Is it a well? That's in there? Why is there like a big old hole? Never mind. On my end, I don't know exactly what I'm getting. I did ask for a few games. I did ask for Dead Rising, and there was something. Oh, Rise as well that I asked for. So
You're finally giving in? You're not going to wait for games with gold yet?
Nope.
I'm not giving up
games
hope.
with-
All their
already been
studios are
announced,
closing down now, so it's only a matter of
That's
time
right.
before they get desperate. That was the
throw
big
a few
joke.
bucks there.
But anyway, what is the worst Christmas gift that you've ever received?
The worst Christmas
Good
gift.
question.
It's funny how your perception changes as you get older. Like when you're a kid and your mom gives you socks and underpants, it's like, oh, Christ, Mom, what is this crap? I wanted a Nintendo, but now I get underpants and socks. I'm like, oh hell yes, I've been
Exactly.
needing some of these bad boys.
New clean
I'm
socks.
still. I throw it back in their face. Like, I don't want this.
Well, it's good to see that not all of us have grown up. But
See, I know this is an awkward question because you're basically, if someone that you know who's given you a gift listens to the podcast, you're now admitting that they have given you a shit gift.
well, actually, I can't really think of any lame gifts that I have been. Someone gave me a whip one year.
Oh,
Yeah.
You still have it?
Yes, I do. It's hanging off my door.
like a Indiana Jones?
No,
Or
the
like-
other kind. The other kind.
I don't like where this podcast goes every week, but I should just get used to it, shouldn't I?
That's
Really?
what happens when you podcast so late in Europe time.
That wouldn't be acceptable in Britain, a whip.
No,
Ross, what about yourself?
I can tell you the worst present I ever got, right? And I'm sure the person thought it looked really, really cool. Like a candy dispenser. But it was a toad, and you pressed down its head, and it sort of done this forward motion thing, and was sick out sweets.
That is very weird.
it puked up candy.
Yeah, I put Skittles in it, and basically it was puking up Skittles.
That's great.
It was a Secret Santa gift in work. I don't work there. It was 7 years ago, so it's fine to say that. But yeah, that was the most random thing that I ever got. I don't really eat sweets at work, so I don't know where they got that from. And B, a toad.
Yeah. Well, see, I like those weird random gifts. I mean, you guys just love that creepy cat that you saw
my goodness.
that lives next to my television. That was a birthday gift, actually, and it was amazing. And I have an even creepier pal who I've acquired since then as a gift for another birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you pictures later. Anyone, you should just keep an eye on my Twitter feed, everybody, and just one day in the background he'll be there.
I don't
Creeping out
know if I
everybody.
want to see this.
I didn't even realize the cat was in the picture. I just thought I don't see it anymore. I forget everyone comes in and is like, what the hell is that?
Clay, what about you? What's your worst gift?
If I think back, it's probably something clothing related. I've gotten some really bad clothing from family members in the past.
I think you're wearing it.
I typically am, yes. But you know what's it's kind of sad though is I'm a little jealous of Rhys that he has no idea what's coming his way. For my wife and I feel like we almost like dictate to each other, here's what we want, and this is it. I always stray from that list for my wife, and I think she does a little bit. But it's always, here's a list, so you can always assume something from that list versus a very heartfelt gift.
See, I don't play that game. Basically, I don't really like mandated gift days. Like, I think it feels really insincere when you're like, sort of, have to buy Ross a gift. It's his birthday next week.
Yeah, buy my gift.
Like, for me, if I'm walking down the street, for example, and I see something that I absolutely know that would be the greatest thing ever for Ross, I will buy it and I will give it to you without a second thought. So,
An alien constructed out of Meccano.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. Alien constructed at Meccano, specifically. It can't be Lego or
Yeah.
Duplo.
No, it's going to be Meccano.
Meccano, right. Okay, I've got that in mind. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It always is.
See, now, if I left that up to my wife, I'd end up with Call of Duty.
Oh, that's not actually that ties into our upcoming Game of the Year awards discussion. What's the next topic, Clay?
I'd rather socks. Yeah.
All right, on to the next topic. This user, Merrick Macarak.
Or Macarack, if you're American.
Macarack posted the games with gold for the month of January, which, by the way, I for whatever reason, it's always, the last Wednesday of the month, and I always forget about it, and it always feels like it's a big surprise every time I go on the subreddit and see it.
I moderate the subreddit, and I feel the same way.
What was earlier this year, well, this month, sorry, because of Christmas and things, I think.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there is still a Wednesday
Oh,
to
yeah,
go.
you're right. There's still another Wednesday to go. But to get to the list there, coming to Xbox One is Death Trap, followed up by Killer Instincts Season 2. And over on the 360 is The Cave and Rayman Origins. So, are you guys looking forward to any of those?
All of them, basically, but I already own Killer Instinct Season 2. And for anyone, I think these are a really good selection for Christmas because there's lots of local games. Like Killer Instinct is a good fighting game. It's
Same as January 16th.
It's, well, still, I mean, people's Xboxes are new, at the start of the year. You've got The Cave, which is The Cave local co-op?
I think it's local. I don't think it's online.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's online. And Rayman Origins is 4-player local, and that is probably, other than Rayman Legends, it is probably the pinnacle of 2D platforming. Although, if you have a choice, Legends is better because it contains the entirety of Origins inside it. It's like two games
That's
in
what
one.
I disagree with. It's like, here's a game, but you've already played it.
But it's still good.
Yeah. I suppose as you said, new people are picking up the console and they should get to play some Rayman as well, because all the Rayman games are great.
Wasn't that released earlier this year on Xbox?
That's Legends.
Legends.
So the Legends was released in Origins as in Legends.
Yeah, like, basically Origins was, just think of Origins as Rayman 1. It's not Rayman 1, but we'll think of it for this analogy. So Origins is 1 and Legends is 2. But 2 also contains a remake of 1 inside the game.
And now we're getting the original game.
You lost me there, but okay.
Damn it, I tried. I tried simplifying. It's like Rayman 60 or something like that. But Did you guys play the original Rayman on the PS1? Damn,
Yes.
that was a good game.
And it stood the test of time. I like it. Ubi art stuff is good generally anyway.
There's not a single bad Ubi art game. Guys from Ubi art, you rock.
Yeah. The one I'm most excited about is The Cave, because I missed it. And I've been reading up on it, and I'm really looking forward to playing that on New Year's Day when my head is pounding.
It's funny.
The night before.
It's very funny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. But Killer Instinct, it's a great game. It's a great fighting game. It's a pinnacle of fighting on Xbox One. I'm just not that excited for Season 2.
I am.
Season 2 is good. Season 3 is where it got a bit... it's okay. It's just... I mean, they introduced a whole bunch of cool guest characters, which could have really been something if they had continued with it, but then they didn't.
But the positive out of all of this is Rise is not in there, so Clay, your purchase is safe.
For now.
For now.
now.
It'll show up in February.
Also this week in the subreddit is that Microsoft are looking into custom gamer picks on Xbox, and that comes from Moni Imran 6. I don't know why I said it's pure spaced apart, something like that.
Guys, seriously, better usernames, please.
Yeah. Why can't it just be your name? Oh, that's right, internet. But yeah, like, why is this already not a thing?
Dicks.
No, well, we had that on the 360.
You had dicks on the 360?
Did we really?
Oh wait, actually, yeah. Well, we had Uno on the 360, so
I feel like I didn't encounter that many big penises as sorry.
it wasn't like playing a game of Conan Exiles.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm speaking to two of them right now.
But no, I had a custom profile on my 360 of and it might still be there if I boot up my 360 of John Stamos from from Full House as my profile picture. That I
Surprise!
I thought you were going to say John Cena, and I was just like,
You just have to add the music in post, like really loud and distorted, so it breaks everyone's earphones.
but yeah, like, so yeah, I understand the reasons why they haven't got it, and they have added a lot of gamer picks. But I don't know if you notice, I change mine like every few days because I do.
It's really annoying.
I know, because I get bored of the one that I've got, and I
haven't changed mine since launch.
I've noticed that as well. But you know, just
what are you doing, staring at my gamer pic that you've noticed that?
Well, no, when you come online, it pops up.
Does no one else have my gamer pic?
You?
Oh, right. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. So just Rhys is feeling all good about himself that someone's favourited him.
I know, right? You're like probably the only one, but I'll take it.
But like, I want, if not custom, if not you can't pick anything. Like, you just need a lot more pictures. I know it's a hard thing to do, but I loved the times when you'd unlock a gamer pick in a game. You know, playing Rocket League and you unlock a picture of one of the cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or something like that. And it just gave you as if you'd earned something that someone else might not have.
Agreed.
And I really enjoyed that, and showed that you had that game and you'd done something to unlock it along with an achievement. And yeah, I like all that kind of stuff, and it's something which has sort of slipped away.
Yeah, that's quite sad
to be brought back. Yeah, it is, because you do. It's always nice. It's nice or unlocking an achievement or a rare achievement, but if you get a Kinect Sports baseball cap, you're going to be jumping for joy.
Well, I like Kinect Sports.
I like Kinect Sports too.
You know, it's funny. I was actually, when I was at Rare, we talked about Kinect Sports.
Were you at Rare?
Yeah, I managed to sneak in the back door there. But yeah, we seriously, for some reason, Kinect Sports rivals came up in conversation, and not in a bad way. They made the game, but we were talking about how basically it's a good party game, but what people enjoy at the parties way more than the game itself is that the feature it has where it can scan your face and it creates like a cartoon version of you. Everyone likes that more than the game, and I was like, so how does that make you guys feel? And they were like,
I still think 10-pin bowling on the original Kinect Sports is one of my favourite things ever.
Bowling in Rivals is pretty great.
Yeah. And pick the both of them. Like, I love the Kinect. And I know it never maybe got as many backers as it could have got, or it was increasing the price of the console. I sort of miss the Kinect games.
I do, and I also, this year for the Game of the Year awards, I had to take out the Best Kinect category because they're just...
True.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was the only game.
And although I have to say that was a beautiful swan song for the Kinect. May it rest in peace. Fru is probably the best Kinect game ever, and probably the last.
I still have not played that.
Well, no, that one came out today.
Oh wait, yeah,
One came out today.
that
Explosion 2.
Yeah, the one where you hit the things.
Yeah. But, I don't think it's fully dead, but, there has been other games coming out. I just wanted to see more things like Kinect Sports. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kinectimals too.
Why didn't anybody make... Like, guys, seriously, indie devs, if you want my money, just make a Mario Kart... No, sorry, not Mario Kart. Mario Party clone. I don't care how original you are. Steal every idea there is, but make me a Mario Party clone with the Kinect. Just do it. I'll pay whatever you ask. Just make it. Make it happen. Seriously. Do you not like money?
Well, anyway, user Quadrism has stated that they believe that Xbox rewards being reset is a joke. This alludes to the fact that the levels are being reviewed and it's based upon your last year's purchase. So
What?
the levels are essentially being reset as of the end of the year. And I want to get your guys' opinion on the rewards program. Do you feel as if it's up to scratch? Do you feel as if you get benefits from it? What are your thoughts on it?
So, for me, I never really cared that much, but also for me it's totally broken because I have lived in Australia before, where I had an Xbox 360. And while I was living there, I joined the rewards program when it was a fledgling system. I think it was in 2008, maybe 2009. Anyway, no, 2008. And then when I moved here, again, I switched to Finland, obviously, and that just completely broke my entire account. So yeah, that's me done, basically.
Done and over.
I think it puts you off pre-ordering.
Why?
Because you don't get the purchase as a pre-order.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Yeah, towards your total spend. So, it's like, I'll just wait and buy it on the day that it comes out, or something like, I think there's a lot of, looking through the comments, there's a lot of people moaning that it doesn't work for them, they're not getting what they're entitled to, how can they never move up levels and posting their different financial amounts, and you almost feel as if it's like, if you're not going to do it right, then don't do it at all. I'm sure there are people that are happy with it, and it's essentially tailored for them, as massive big spenders on the Xbox platform. But when you're getting more rewards off of Bing rewards than you are off of Xbox rewards, considering the time you spend in Bing and the amount of money you spend in Xbox, is that right?
Apparently Bing rewards is great. Well, the thing is, Bing, to be pedantic about this, Bing needs people to use it, and Microsoft already has people using the Xbox, so it doesn't need to pull you in. But at the same time, I've always wondered why Microsoft or Sony or even Nintendo doesn't do something a bit like Amazon Prime, where you actually pay them money in exchange for discounts and other benefits. A bit like gold, basically, but more discount related.
I know what you mean, like early access, or you get access to sales that last for an hour for certain amounts. I suppose it's a little bit harder with digital rather than physical.
Yeah.
But I mean, isn't that, to me, this whole program was to help incentivize you to go digital and to buy through their marketplace. And it doesn't sound like there's any real incentive now.
No, it's quite popular.
Every 3 months, I'll maybe get £5 put in my wallet because it's filled up and it's given me it.
Well, that's better than
thinking,
nothing.
right, so that's £20 a year or something, but then you add up what you spend. And you go,
Yeah,
I thought I was meant to get 1%.
For me, it's still hard for me to cut over to digital when I can go and order, like Rhys, like you just said, I can order from Amazon and I can get, what is that, 10% off, 20% off my game purchase if it's a brand new title, or I can go to Best Buy here, like I did with Forza, and got it for $23. And I know I don't know if they'll ever be able to beat the brick and mortar type stores and some of those discounts, but you'd think they'd be able to do something to sweeten the deal to make further people go digital. I mean, that's the whole that was the original plan all to begin with. If we remember, for the Xbox, wasn't it? This was going to be a digital only console.
Not completely, but like 80%, basically.
Yeah. I just, it's almost at a point now where it's either look at it or remove it, because it can be offensive.
What's offensive? You mean the program
offensive
itself?
To my wallet.
If people know how to work the system and they're paying a lot of attention and how to use it and not doing the pre-order and making sure they're only buying games from the lists and everything else, it will be very, very rewarding for them. But it doesn't look that way to the general user. The general user that isn't paying too much attention and, maybe going in and checking the rewards is thinking, if I'm getting like 2% or 4% or whatever it is back in my purchases, why am I not getting it back in these purchases? And then they look into it and it becomes a lot of work. And a rewards program shouldn't be a lot of work.
That's true.
It shouldn't have all the red tape just to get the rewards. It's meant to incentivize you. I can't say that.
Incentivize.
Thank you. To make purchases from the Xbox store, and at the moment it doesn't do that in my mind.
Does the PlayStation have a reward program?
Not that I know of. I
know Steam doesn't.
Console, so.
Nintendo has Nintendo has one. I can't remember what it's called, like My Nintendo, I think. And they incentivize you for doing stuff. I can't remember what, but something. But I'm not sure if Sony does.
I suppose a lot of rewards programs are built upon getting people's data. Things like the loyalty schemes in supermarkets, you sign up and they monitor your purchases because you're swiping your rewards card, so they can tell when you shop, what you buy, and they can use that data in a positive way to either save money or to make more money off of you. With Xbox, they sort of already have that data.
True.
Through your gamer tag, so that, there maybe isn't the incentive for Microsoft to do it. But it does feel, to me, I'm going to say this, and you know how much I love Xbox, but this feels very half-hearted.
Ah, Ross. You're basically a traitor now.
Man of the people. Well, anyway, guys, I've said my piece. Do you want to move on to the big one?
Let's. Oh, by the way, before we jump in, I actually meant to say this at the beginning of the podcast, but I got so swept away in the conversation. When we were talking about what we played, I actually played some Elite Dangerous because I was on the 24-hour charity live stream for Frontier Developments. They're the guys who make Elite Dangerous, and the charity that they were raising money for was Special Effect. Do you guys know the charity?
I know them very well. I've interviewed one of the guys from it, and it is one of the most amazing charities. It's in the UK, so we know quite a lot about it here. And so, Rhys, do you want to explain what they do?
Well, yeah, basically they raise money for disabled people, help them to develop technology for them, help them play games, help them use televisions, all that sort of stuff we take for granted, basically.
One of the things during the interview we spoke to him about was how they approach developers and ask developers to help. Like, for example, FIFA, EA encoded a 2-button mode where it's just pass and shoot.
Oh, that's nice.
So that people who don't have the full function to be able to use a full controller can still play, like locally against people, or still have that ability to play. And it's not only about changing the tech, changing joypads and things to help these people, and using virtual reality to help them as well, and motion controllers. It's about helping developers change their mind.
Yeah.
And assist as well. One of my very good friends, Scott, his right hand isn't fully developed, so he can struggle with games. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest things for him was just having customizable controls, changing the button layout.
Oh yeah, that's nice. See,
in which we have it, and it's these simple things which can help people play the games, do the things that they love, just things that we take for granted. And if anyone's got a chance, I know when we Graham Boyd on the podcast, he was talking about special effect. But if you get a chance, please do check them out. Check out any of the live streams like the one Rhys did, because they are worth your time and your money.
Yeah, it was great. I think we raised something like £42,000 in total in the 24-hour stream. It was good fun. I was there with Ben Manjari, who is a user of the sub. Hi Ben. He moderates the Elite One sub, and I was so caught up in the conversation I forgot to mention that. But you guys can check out that stream. It's recorded if you're interested in hearing my voice again.
I'll post the link in the show notes.
Yeah, do that. But let's move on now that I'm done with my my never-ending self-aggrandizement. I love that word, by the way. Aggrandizement. It's a good word. Let's move on to, as Ross described it, the big one. The Reddit Xbox One 2016 Game of the Year Awards results.
So I was waiting for another word there. You kept on adding words on.
I know, right? I just kept on going. I was on a roll. But yeah, so, guys, the results are in. Let me just pull up the thread.
Bring them all up, because we are really prepared on this podcast.
Yeah, we are. We're doing it live. So, rubbing my hands together here, we should maybe spend a little bit of time discussing it and maybe offer our own opinions. And if any of you listening, by the way, would like to tell us what you thought about any of the particular choices, especially how poorly I wrote or how terrible my selection was or anything like that, please say so in the comments below. But you boys ready?
Ready.
So, by the way, Clay made an excellent video of the awards. Seriously, nice editing, man.
Thank you.
So everyone should go and watch that too. But let's begin. Do you want to announce the topic, Ross, in your best Scottish Morpheus voice?
Best shooter.
Nice. Battlefield 1. Thoughts?
Dum, da-dum, dum. I done the wrong thing.
You're stealing my joke. It's Battlefield. It's great.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better this past year in terms of a shooter.
No, it's
Rocket League.
Okay. Did you vote for? Was that you who voted for Rocket League in every single category?
Yeah,
that was you. There's words for you in Finnish that don't really translate over to English, but you are all of those words.
Every single one of these, I'm going to explain why I put Rocket League for every single answer.
Please, do tell.
So, best shooter. If you're not good at shooting in Rocket League, you're not going to score any goals.
Okay. Seems legit.
So, if you are the best shooter, then you can be the best Rocket League player you can. Hence, it's the best shooter.
Okay, good. Next topic, Ross?
Yep. Best RPG.
Dark Souls 3.
Yep. Everyone seemed to love that game, didn't they? I didn't hear any negative at all.
Nothing at all
about Dark Souls 3.
Oh, I mean, even that on the sale this week. Let me go back to that.
Actually, Jim Sterling also gave it an award for his Game of the Year awards, and Jim is notoriously not generous, and he sang its praises for ages. I mean, it's Dark Souls. Do you guys play Dark Souls?
No, because I can't do it.
You need to get good.
I know I need to get good, but yeah,
Get good.
Like I think I will at one point, but it just feels as if it needs a lot of investment.
Yeah, it definitely
Beautiful
needs
investment, though.
you need to be paying a lot of attention.
I'm a little nervous to jump into 3. I had a great time with 1, even though I didn't finish it.
Well, apparently you can skip 2 and go straight to 3 because 3 is like sort of like a it uses elements from the first.
Well, it was a different sort of development team as well. 1 and 2 were a slightly different development team, so 1 and 3 are the same.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. So if you've done 1 and 3, it's the sort of same developers, if that makes sense. I know it's all from, but they've got 2 dev teams, so.
Today I learned. Next topic. Wait, stop.
No,
Wait. Why is Rocket League the best RPG?
Well, you can get items, okay, and items have a certain track. Like, they'll count the amount of shots you have or the amount of saves that you get, and you can then level up that item. So I think that then falls into the best RPG category.
Okay, seems legit. Next.
Best action adventure.
Dishonored 2. This one came out of nowhere, boys. I wrote here in the little write-up, but basically it was Quantum Break and Recore, and Quantum Break was doing a pretty good job staying in the lead for a whole week almost, and then just out of nowhere, Dishonored 2 shot right ahead of both of them and took the win. Are you guys Dishonored fans?
I was, and I bought it.
Haven't played it, though?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Wait, you didn't like it? Do tell. I haven't played it yet.
So I played the Clockwork Mansion at a games conference earlier this year, and I went, wow, this game is good. I never played the original because I couldn't get into it. And it was exactly the same when I picked up the second game. I just couldn't get into it.
You just don't like stealth games, or what?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but sometimes a game just doesn't fit you, and that did not fit me.
Well,
That's all it is. I'm not saying it's a bad game.
Yeah, no, that's totally normal. I mean, everybody loves Uncharted, and I think it's a pile of dog poop, but I'm not saying it's a bad game. Yeah, I don't like it. I know there's people coming for me right now. But seriously, I mean, it's totally normal. You don't have to. Not everyone can like everything. So, are you going to tell us why it's the best? Why Rocket League wins this category?
It's self-explanatory. I don't think I need to go into that.
Oh, right.
Best narrative.
Quantum Break. Surprising anybody?
No.
No.
Because the world they built there was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I mean, if we're going to be objective here, there really was no competition. I mean, they went so far as to actually create an entirely new way of telling narrative in video games by using live-action TV that reacts to your in-game choices. Like, anyone who didn't vote for this is basically, like, factually incorrect because they went, like, all the way. I mean, this game only beat Inside by a total of 3 votes. 3. So your votes counted, guys. But still, like, Inside had an amazing story, but it just was nowhere near as innovative and as different as Quantum Break, I don't think.
You know what this made me realize? I
What's
never
that?
finished Quantum Break.
You are just the worst person.
I think going through this list, I've realized there is only one game that I've completed this year.
Oh, wow.
Rocket League?
I'm like a game whore.
I'm really interested to hear about Rocket League's narrative, actually.
Yeah.
Well, actually, sometimes the best narrative is your own brain. You know, the stories that you can make yourself really, really, tell a better story than what anyone else can, if I'm perfectly honest. So the story that I made in my mind beat every other game out there for the best narrative this year.
Do we get to hear that one day?
No. It's for me and me alone.
Okay, that's... Moving on then.
Very private Rocket League story.
I'm now going to desperately think about how this is going to work the next one. Best free-to-play game.
So, DC Universe Online. That's DC Comics. Clay, I'm sure you got something to say about this.
Yep, it's DC Universe Online.
No, I mean, you. You're the comic book guy.
Yeah, I didn't play this.
What?
I'm not into these MMORPG thingy-mabobbers that the kids these days play.
You You live,
But
eat, and breathe comic book
problem
heroes.
is I can't be Batman, and I don't want to be Robin.
That's okay. So you caught my joke there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So for anyone who hasn't read the thing, I basically said, ever wanted to play in a massive world populated by other famous superheroes? One where you can be Superman and tear Batman limb from limb. Live out the fantasy of playing as your childhood idol? Well, too bad. But you can be a sidekick or something. So yeah, that's basically how it is. Because you have to create your own non-canon superhero, sadly. But it's a thing.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, like I've actually got friends that play it probably a bit too much, but looking at how often they play it actually, and they sing its praises. Like I think you can get a lot of value for a free-to-play game from that.
That's great.
My kid will be gutted it wasn't Roblox.
I was about to say Roblox was a very close second. Basically, the only two with a stick in this fight were DCO and Roblox. Everyone else was like.
I tell you what, I'm going to download it and play it over Christmas, and I'll let you know what I think.
Okay, I think my favorite free-to-play game this year, this is the only one I've really disagreed with, is actually I think Recore was a better action-adventure game than Dishonored, but that's just my 2 cents. But I think that the best free-to-play this game, best free-to-play game this year was Hawken.
I never got around to playing that. And it's
Mechs, man.
fun.
Giant robots.
Yeah.
Blowing stuff
Isn't it
up.
just Titanfall Light?
No. It's the other way around.
Titanfall Heavy?
Ross, I've given you enough time. Let's hear your excuse here for Rocket League.
I couldn't actually pick one here. Well, I just asked my wife, and she said, well, I never paid for Rocket League, so that's my choice.
Yep, okay, good. We're in agreement.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to come around to your way of thinking now, Ross.
Yeah.
So,
Best single-player campaign.
Titanfall 2.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
No, I have not played
actually.
it, so I'm just going to step back here and let you guys talk.
It was great. That by far was my favorite campaign that I played all year. That I actually finished.
I done it in like a couple of days. Like I couldn't literally put it down. And my wife played through the whole campaign as well.
Oh, wow.
But, some of the puzzles in the sense that your wall running were done so well with the way that things are moving round about you. It's not just fixed platforms. And then the interesting time mechanic that you do in it and the story being good.
Yeah, I thought the campaign was the perfect length. I never got bored. It always had something new to introduce to you, whether it was a Titan or some other mechanic that you're doing. And I just thought overall it was a hell of a lot of fun to play through. It was a little over the top story wise, but that's what I was kind of expecting. But yeah, it was really
back to
good.
boss fights.
Was there...
like actual boss fights. It's like you're entering into an area which is all closed off. You see another Titan. You know there's going to be a boss fight.
And then there's the cheesy animation. It's like, hey, I'm going to kill you, brother.
I have seen a few of those. But I was going to ask
great.
is, the IMC are still the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Do they still have that ridiculous South African accents?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Basically, it's just saying South Africans are bad people in Titanfall 2.
That's, well, if you look at movies, basically South Africans are always villains.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very, very true. District 9.
Yeah, and Elysium
villains
and
anyway,
Chappie and same director, all of these.
Yeah, you're just doing all of the same direction.
Yeah, well, he hates himself basically because he's South African.
Just another thing, I would have loved to see a Bone Camp Alien movie, just to see.
And I was so excited when he was like rumored to be doing Halo, and then it never happened.
Great director. But just to say the best single player campaign, because, well, again, it's self-explanatory. Playing against all the teams, which you could differentiate by their name and slightly different colours in Rocket League, make it the best single player campaign. It was right to the edge. I was losing 2-1.
I like how the bots have their own names too.
Yes. Savage. But next best multiplayer.
Dude,
which was
what? Stop. That was wrong.
Best multiplayer.
Thanks. A little professionalism, please, here. Overwatch.
Now, Rhys, I think you should be the one to guide us through about why Overwatch won the best multiplayer this year.
Okay, so I can type up my. I can read out loud my write-up that I typed up. I typed up. It is a class-focused Team Fortress 2 clone with greater character variation, tighter emphasis on team play, and character-specific special powers. It's so obvious it makes you wonder why it took this long. And I've never played it, and I never will.
But it was close, wasn't it? From what you told me before this podcast.
Very close. There were
close.
Less than 100 votes.
Between that and Battlefield 1.
Yep.
So,
dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, it's funny that Battlefield 1 can win Best Shooter. Overwatch can win Best Multiplayer. But then the results towards the end of the thing get a bit weird.
Yeah, they do. Like, I can understand it. I think people have got so many hours out of it. Mm. Maybe the shooting mechanic isn't as good as Battlefield and the vehicles and everything you have, but I think maybe Overwatch could be considered more fun.
Yeah, I would imagine as well. Maybe people get a lot of enjoyment out of those multiplayer sessions. Versus every time I play Battlefield, I don't know. Every time I play Battlefield, it's spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die.
Battlefield's stressful.
It is.
Only if you suck.
I was like, why are we the only ones doing the objectives? What the hell is wrong with the rest of our team?
Why is a guy trying to fight another horse?
Yeah.
That's pointed to you. But, like, it's probably a well-deserved, but, I don't really need to explain. I, quite often on a Friday night, buy in some craft beers, and myself and my wife split-screen play against people online at Rocket League, and that's why it should have won this.
Honestly, I think Rocket League did have better multiplayer.
Rocket League was a hell of a multiplayer game.
How do you know you never played it?
Well, I mean, Rocket League does not have 4-player split-screen that I can play with my friends, and I have played, like, tens and tens of hours of Rocket League at parties with friends. So
you just said Rocket League doesn't have 4-player split screen?
No, I said it does. Overwatch does not have 4-player split screen. Or did I? I don't know what I'm saying here. Just move on.
Best sports game. I don't think this is right.
FIFA?
FIFA should have won this. Yeah.
FIFA did win this, if we're honest. But Rocket League, however, it's just Rocket League, isn't it? Yeah, it invented its own sport.
Yeah.
I did see there was a bit of an argument as well in the comments section here.
Oh, they mad though. Rocket League won by more than 2,000 votes. It wasn't even like a question. It was like
for sure FIFA was going to get that.
I mean, basically, it was people voted for Rocket League, and the people who actually care about football voted for FIFA. And then, like, 6 other dudes voted for 1 or 2 of the other games that I had listed there, and that was it. Jeez. I mean, it's Rocket League is great. The thing about Rocket League is it sways just about anyone who would, like, a lot of people are like, that game can't possibly be fun, or I've played games similar to that in the past and they sucked. And then within 10 minutes of Rocket League, they're like, this is the greatest game ever. It's just perfect. I can't understand why or how, but they've just somehow got like the perfect physics and the perfect feedback, and it just plays really well.
And a shout out to the developers, because you give us so much free content. Every month you get something new.
Oh, and
new mode, new map, new crates. Now, best driving / racing game.
I was about to say that was the wrong accent, but you sort of smoothly transitioned in there. So, Forza Horizon 3. Anyone surprised?
Not at all.
The only other competition that was basically voted for at all was Rocket League. I think it got about 600 pity votes. And
pity votes?
Sorry?
Pity votes?
Well, next to Forza Horizon 3? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It absolutely, as I wrote in here, bulldozed the competition. At the time, that seemed like the most appropriate metaphor, and it works for me now still. It won by over 3,000 votes, which was the largest margin in the entire survey. That means that because we only had about 4,000. We had 4,000 respondents. So more than 3/4 of everybody voted for Forza Horizon 3.
So, yep, congrats, Playground and Turn 10. Now, this is taking absolute ages. Can you lot hurry it up, please?
Right, all right. You ready? You ready?
Best platformer.
Inside.
Well deserved.
Yep.
Best horror game.
Doom.
Hell yeah.
Best soundtrack.
Doom.
Hell yeah.
Ross, can you just play a brief clip of some guitar solo or something there? Moving on.
No.
Devil music.
Best game preview program, early access game.
Elite Dangerous. Wait, no, that's not right.
No, wrong year. Ark Survival Evolved. Dinosaurs. Yes. Also, you can poop on command.
I didn't know you could poop on command. I have to go play that game now.
That's what makes you.
That sold it, man. I didn't know you could poop and then throw your set, like you said, ability to throw or eat said poop. Yeah. I'm all about that.
You can eat dinosaur poop.
I'm not all
as well.
about that.
You can eat other people's poop. You can eat dinosaur poop. There's poop everywhere.
Dung.
Does it affect you?
Yeah, you lose health.
Now as well.
You can die from eating poop.
How much poop do you have to eat before you die?
I don't know.
So people get pink eye.
Next.
Best sound design.
Battlefield 1.
You need to wear headphones for Battlefield 1.
War tapes. Go to the sound settings, change the sound mode to war tapes. There is no other way to play Battlefield but in war tapes mode. Thank me later.
People don't like it.
They're wrong.
Okay. Best graphics.
Battlefield 1.
Should have been Rocket League.
Yeah, but,
There should have been Delayed Award.
Rocket League?
No, the Division. Whoa.
I just want to see how long that took you to react. The Division. Ironically, the Division was delayed like 4 times already.
Best free game with gold.
Sunset Overdrive. I love this game.
I think that was the biggest surprise for games with gold this year.
Yeah. Also, it crushed the competition. Like, seriously, more than 1,000 votes ahead. No, 2,000 votes ahead.
But yeah, congrats, Insomniac.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a sequel now.
Please.
Yeah. Most bangable character.
That one guy who actually dropped medkits and ammo packs that one time in Battlefield 1.
That's me. I do that all the time. I think if that's my job and I've got ammo packs, I'm going to drop them in really strategic
You're the best.
places.
No, I'm like spamming that, by the way.
Yeah, me too, but
spam it all the time. Also,
there was a strong mentions in the other category for Major Nelson, for the Xbox support account, Phil Spencer, Diva, Cortana, and my mother. You are all horrible, horrible people. The things that you said, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I would be happy if it was Cortana as long as she didn't speak. I've heard her voice enough this year.
What's wrong with Jessica Hale? Next.
Most hairy character.
Your entire...
Just lost the voice.
Your entire team, Overwatch.
Get on the effing point, Hanzo.
Nicely done.
The Buyer's Remorse Award.
Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare.
I think that was just people just COD hating.
Yeah. I said Battlefield
people
1.
That bought it said it was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, Battlefield won a lot of awards because it wasn't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not even...
It's a shame that that's a world that we live in, that we deliberately hate on a game because it's cool to do it.
Not even Space Jon Snow could save it.
Over and over and over. At least their Battlefield guys switched it up this year. Continually switching it up.
Next.
Big one. Best console. Best console exclusive.
Forza Horizon 3. 91 Metascore, 91 Metascore, 91 Metascore.
I don't think this is the best Forza Horizon as well.
What?
It is because it has my name in it. It's amazing. Amazing to me.
Your name is...
my mind.
Wait, your name is Forza? Or Horizon? Or 3?
When I selected my character, my name was available. It's the first video game ever that has Clay or Clayton available as an option for me to select.
You didn't choose, like, Batman?
Amazing. No. So
I think
Clay and Clayton, I laugh almost every time.
I think she calls me Bacon.
Oh, hey, Clay. It's time for another race.
I think she called me
Bacon. To the finish line.
Is that your best Australian accent?
Maybe.
Overall, best game of the year 2016.
Overwatch. Yay! Seriously, these guys at Bungie must have an Olympic swimming pool drained and full to the brim of awards that they have collected for this game from the gaming press this year.
What? Bungie?
It's not Bungie.
Did I say Bungie? I meant Blizzard. They both start with a B. They both work for Activision. Help me. Actually, Blizzard is Activision. They're like ActiBlizz. Anyway, everyone loves Overwatch. I cannot think of another first-person shooter game, like a new franchise debut, that has gotten this much critical and fan acclaim. Guys?
No, it's well deserved. Even though I haven't played it either, it is hyped, and tons of people are playing it, and people love it, and there are some amazing characters. It's a cool game. It's a cool looking game. I'm sure it's a fun game.
And second place went to Battlefield 1, which only lost by a very small margin. In fact, 56 votes was all that was in it. And third place went to Titanfall 2. Fourth place, Gears of War 4. And in fifth, it was Doom.
Nice.
Yeah, and Rocket League, I think, was sixth. Yes, it was. There you go, Clay. Clay,
Yay.
Ross, you're both blending into one now. It's getting really late. One of those dudes, Rocket League.
Well, congratulations to Blizzard, the creators of Overwatch, on your
not Bungie.
overall best game. Not Bungie. No one says congratulations to you for anything.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no. We used to like you, not so much. But anyway, Overwatch, you're a well-deserved winner. I know Sophia and myself both love you, and I can't wait to spending 2017 continue playing you. So well done. Invite you to Clay for making the video, Rhys for doing all that writing, and for you, everyone at Reddit, for picking some great games. But I still think Rocket League and Hitman should have won more.
I agree Rocket League should have won more. But guys, which one did you pick? Seriously, in the comments below, write down
Rocket League.
What you picked. We know what you picked, you tit. I'm talking to our listeners, all 6 of them. Write down what you picked. We want to talk about that next year. But yeah, I think that might be it for our last episode of the year, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for a fun-filled first year of the podcast.
Thanks, guys. You are the best. Hope to see more of you next year.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.